As we go through these storms in the kingdom and God is testing us and we know that Jesus is at the helm, I feel like God has laid it on my heart this morning to share this message with you. And I know there's people who might not want to hear this, people who have been beguiled by the voice of the tempter. But my thoughts were in Genesis, back to the beginning of the Bible, where Joseph was the favored son. But his brothers became jealous and they beat him up and they sold him into slavery. And we could say that Joseph was abused. He was badly abused. And how did Joseph handle that? Did he go on to Facebook, Instagram, other websites to complain about it, to say all kinds of awful things about God and God's family? Did he let Satan into his heart and try to deceive others? And that's not what I read. In fact, let's open this up. Let's read together. Joseph's face was as black as the night, and the pale yellow moon shone in his eyes. His path was marked by the steps of the southern hemisphere, and he walked the length of his days under. And so we know that God had a plan for Joseph. And so God didn't forsake Joseph. But when Joseph's brothers came to him in Egypt, he was able to not only forgive them, but to help his people. And so we know that this abuse that Joseph suffered served a purpose. We read this in the Bible, and we know that it's not our place to try to take these things and let Satan manipulate us and turn them into ways to destroy God's kingdom, but we need to see the good in them. And we need to understand that God uses these things. And then we also read in Genesis chapter 20, story of Abraham and Isaac, when God called Abraham to the mountain to sacrifice Isaac. Are we willing to sacrifice our children for God? May we be ones who are willing to do anything for what we as the workers tell you to do. May we be ones who are willing to sacrifice anything, your children, common sense, your sanity, for the good of the kingdom. May it be so for his name's sake.